Hi, welcome to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, the Targeted Individual Experience. It's been a while since I'm doing a video in this format. I finally got myself a webcam, yay for me. I had to wait because the webcams were too pricey. They had gone up in price, and there was some that was cheaper, but again, I wasn't too familiar with them, and so I decided to wait until the one I wanted came down in price, which it did, but then it was sold out, so I ended up getting another one. Same brand, still good, and so here we are today. So I've uploaded a video which was taken on Saturday, which I'm going to play again on this recording because I needed to explain it, as well as show a connection, right, in terms of the tactics and the method that is being and has been used against me and continue to be used against me, involving the police, the fire department, as well as EMS, right? So, but before I begin that, a lot has happened. The U.S. government came out and said that the diplomats in Cuba and China were attacked with microwave weapons. But of course, I knew that, and I tried to give people information, right, that shows that the U.S. government know exactly what the diplomats in China and Cuba first and then China, what has happened to them, what they experienced, because it has happened before during the late 60s to the late 70s in Russia at the American embassy in Russia. But of course, no one, take what I say seriously, and the reason for that is because the technology being used to turn them away from the information that I provide or anything that I say. There's an uncomfortableness that they feel, so they turn away. They don't want to listen. It's all because of technology, in order to take away my credibility and also not have others listen to me, right? This is including my own children, including family member, including personal relationships with individuals, so, but anyway, so I played this video before. I did this video many years ago, but I think it's time for me to rehash, this video. I'm not going to play all of it, but I'm going to read some of the transcript that from the video. Okay, so this was CNN Special Assignment 1985. It's called "Weapons of War: Is There an RF Gap? Electromagnetic Frequency Weapons (RF Weapons), Electromagnetic Mind Control Research." State Department responds to CNN in 1985 that RF weapons is the subject too sensitive to discuss. CNN Special Assignment 1985. Over the past year, CNN has reportedly asked the Department of Defense and the Air Force about radio frequency weapons. After much resistance, the DoD finally said that the subject was too sensitive to discuss. Okay, Yale Professor Jose Delgado, following famous implant, the stem receiver experiment, proceed to research not using electrode implants but low power pulsating magnetic field. Delgado electronic mind control research is not new. A scientific milestone in this area came in the 1960s when Dr. Jose Delgado demonstrated remote control over a charging bull. by connecting a radio antenna to electrode inserted into the bull brain, prove that the animal aggressive impulse could be fooled, electronically manipulating the bull muscle reflexes. Delgado, do you realize the fantastic possibility if from the outside we can modify the inside? Could we give messages to the inside? But the beauty is that now we are not using electrodes. And this is where we are today. And we've been at this point for well over 2 decades now. Okay? Because my experience in this program and being experimented on with these weapons indicates to me and tells me that they have perfected these weapons. Okay? And so now they can use these weapons on the masses, and they've been able to do that for, like I said, for decades, right? Well over 2 decades. Okay? So, in recent years, Delgado has shown that the behavior of monkeys can be altered using low-power pulsating magnetic fields, but in these experiments, there were no antenna implants. Delgado, any function in the brain, and listen to this, any function in the brain, emotions, intellect, personality, will be perhaps modified by this non-invasive technology. Okay? Delgado research has so far been limited to animals, but in the Soviet Union, a radio frequency or RF device have been used for over 30 years to manipulate the moods of mental patient. It's called the LiDAR machine. Okay? And so let's go back here. So it says, okay, so CNN reporter asked scientists to reproduce RF mind interference machine. Let's call it a mind interference machine from data found in Soviet scientific literature and tested on him, which they did. And when they used the machine on him, they literally use waveforms, right? So one is a parabola, okay, and a parabola is like it could be, it's like in the shape of a U, but it's like in between a U and a V. So if you try to make a U but bring the curve at the bottom closer in, that will be a parabola, but not exactly a V, because it's still a rounded bottom shape, right? And then you have an upside down parabola. So this person was able to see that in their mind, right, at the frequency in which will form a parabola, and any other form through different frequencies that they send into this person's mind, that person was able to see that shape, right? So we talk about also manipulating visual perceptions, right? So there's a lot going on here. And again, this was in 1985, okay? So, but the technology has advanced. It has advanced. In 2002, when I was implanted, they were using, these frequencies to manipulate my behavior, my thought pattern. There's a lot I went through that I didn't fully quite understand. And this was happening also before that, right? Because my brother became a target individual in the mid-90s. And, we're twins. So I know for a fact that when we were together, whatever frequency they were using on him, I was also being manipulated by that frequency also, without a doubt. And when I look back, I think the people have said to me, people have done to me, I know that it was because of these, radio wave, microwave frequency being used to manipulate people. Okay? So, let me fix my headphone here. So yes, so now, I don't want to take too long on this information. again, can be found. You can actually watch the video on YouTube. Okay. If I open the link, here it is on YouTube, so you guys can go and watch it. I think most TIs know about this video, but if you don't, here is the video on YouTube, so you guys can just look at the link or just the name. Just copy and paste, not copy and paste, but just write it out right in the search bar. Electromagnetic frequency weapons, CNN special report 1985, and then the video will come up. Okay. Also, before I forget this, so here's some of the research that they were doing. This is the research on paranormal ability to break through spatial barriers. Okay. Another one is the study of African spirituality and cosmetology. Okay. They were very heavy into African spiritual concepts and the ability of certain people in Africa who they deem to have psychic powers. Okay. And also we talk about the analysis and assessment of gateway process. Interesting thing about it is that the collection name is Stargate. You guys remember the television show? There was actually a movie first called Stargate, starring, I think, who was it? The guy from, I would say MacGyver, Richard Dean Anderson, I think. I'm not sure, but anyway, all this research that they've been doing, and you can find this right on their website. Okay, right on their website. So again, you gotta do the research. Okay. All right, so let's go to my videos, my targeting. I'm gonna try not to make this video too long, but there is a lot, and here we go. So Saturday. Is it Saturday? I'm sorry, Sunday night. Sunday, my daughter, I came home from Baipan Sunday afternoon, and I got home. My daughter called me. She wanted to play games with me on Roblox. So I said to her, "Listen, I'm on a call with some TI friends, and I said when we finish, I'll call you back and we'll play this game." Because she kept calling me. So I was like, okay. So anyway, I called her back. She was like, "Okay, let's play this game." So I get in this game, and you had to type in the name of the character that you see. So we went. This was the second. Sorry, I'm gonna try not to move my hands above the camera. Because again, I won't be accused of doing hand signals. So because I know I wouldn't like that either. So please forgive me for my fingers were showing. I apologize for that. But I'm just talking, and I'm kind of moving my hands, because I'm sitting, but I got to be conscious of it, right? Because again, it could be the technology that's making me do these things, and because normally I keep my hands unless I'm trying to explain or show a hand signal that the person was doing. All right, so anyway, let's move along. So we get into this game, and this was, I think, the third character that appeared. And as soon as we got into this room, if you look here, you'll see the person wrote racist. Right? Now, again, I'm a black man. I cannot be a racist. I'm sorry. I can be a bigot, which I'm not, but definitely not racist, because I think a lot of people have a misconstrue what the word racist is and what racist really is. Okay, racist is a institutionalized construct created by white people, and they have created institutions in which to advance themselves while using those very same institutions to keep black people down. Okay? So, as a black person, and we as black people in America, we don't have the political, economical, social, psychological, educational power to do to white people what they have done to us and what they continue to do to us. So, white people are racist. Black people, not racist. Bigots, we could be, okay? But not racist. So let's understand the meaning of it, okay? Google it, research it. You guys will understand. But this is what racist people do. What racist white people do is that when they see someone, a black person, who love themselves, who love their people, just as how they, as white people, love themselves and love their group of people, right? But the difference is, me loving myself and me loving black people isn't doesn't come with any sort of other factors that says that I must keep white people, I must oppress white people, I must teach them to not love themselves and each other, I must miseducate them, right? I must use them for my own benefit or my people's benefit, right? While destroying their lives, their families, their children, it's a host of things. So there is a difference there. Okay, so I just want to get this straight, because again, these are racist people, and when they see a proud black man who loves black people, who loves black women, and not to say that I don't like or love other groups of people, other groups of women, it's just that in the situation that we as black people are currently in, we need strong black men and black women, right, to have strong relationships. Not only intimate relationships, but friendships, as well as strong family structure and strong belief in the family, in order to change the negative impact in which white supremacy have done to the black family and the black man and the black woman and the black child. Okay? So, there you go. I hope you guys will understand that. And so, and like I said, I hate anybody that hates me and my people. And that's include black people also. So if you're a black person and you hate black people, or you speak ill against your own people, or you're being used against your own people and you willfully participate, then that tells me that you hate me and you hate us as a people, and therefore I have no love for you. Sorry. Okay? So there you go. Alright? So we're going to kill this racist shit about Nigel, racist, whatever. Okay? Alright. So, yeah, so that's what they were, trying to do. But again, this is something, again, that racist people do, in order to shift the narrative from them being racist onto a black person being racist, when, like I said, black people cannot be racist. Okay? Alright. So now that we understand that, let me get back to what I was saying. So anyway, right? So then she invites me to another game. And this other game is Chuck E. Cheese restaurant, and there's a Toys R Us parking lot, a garage actually, right? And so I'm in this game with her. We just her and me, right? And I'm like, this is not a game. It's just a model of a Chuck E. Cheese restaurant. And it's funny because I'm walking around and I see balloons. I'm like, oh, it's somebody's birthday. And then I'm walking and I see Nick. So I'm like, okay, so out of this whole restaurant that they created, the Chuck E. Cheese restaurant for kids, there's only one, you know, one row of tables with balloons and with the word Nick. Now, again, this to show you how far these racist, evil psychopaths and sociopaths will go through in order to target me. So, last year, it was a Saturday, me and Pam were sleeping, and then her phone chimed. Now, I got up because I was close to the phone. I thought it was my phone. So I got up and I looked, right? But it was her phone, and it was one of her co-worker named Nick. And I said to her, I said, why is your co-worker texting you at 2 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday? This is a co-worker that has a girlfriend who is his fiance now, right? For what I'm being told. So, and she was like, I don't know. I'm asking, what you mean you don't know? If he's texting you 2 a.m. in the morning, meaning that he's been texting you this late before. She's like, no, and he's just drunk and he's just and that and stuff. So I'm like, all right, Pamela. She's like, don't worry about it. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so this is what they do, right? They try to gin up some jealousy and manipulate your emotions and stuff like that. Emotional manipulation, right? But again, you're not getting me this time, okay? So anyway, yeah, and so, but check this out. This is not interesting, but I'll speak about it because these people are just really funny at times. And I don't mean funny in a funny way, but funny in a serious way. Like, I can't believe these people will actually go through all this shit just to target me. But here we are. Okay. All right. So anyway, so this is the inside of the Chuck E. Cheese of the restaurant. Okay. So, you'll see me. I'm walking around. And I'm trying to film with my phone and move the character at the same time. But yeah, so
this is the extent that they will go through. Wow.
So check this out, right? So when I realized what they were doing,
bastards.
So I was like,
the extent that they will go through. Wow.
Yeah, I know exactly what they were doing. Okay. And you see me walking around, and you see there's no other balloons, there's no other party. And then check this out, right? So we go into the parking lot.
Okay,
now.
You hear the Lord knows move stairs.
And again, yeah. What you're hearing.
The Lord knows move stairs. Wow.
And you hear it again because they use the upstairs neighbor using the technology on them to follow me around in the apartment. If I go to the bathroom, they'll follow me in the bathroom and they'll knock on the floor. Right, so I can hear. If I go into the kitchen, they'll do the same thing too. Go into the living room, they'll do the same thing too. And, so I've tried to catch it before, but I'm glad I did, Sunday night. And so as I walk out into the parking lot is when they started knocking
they just got
on the ceiling.
And banging on the
right
on the floor upstairs.
And so in the parking lot,
So
you'll
Toys R Us,
see
of course.
a police
Let's
car
see.
there, right? A model police
go
car.
And I'm
Okay.
explaining this.
Now,
On
again,
the Chuck
I'm
E.
going
Cheese
to
parking lot. And here, that's a game. Nothing at all.
As I
Okay.
was saying, yeah. So this is not a game. There's only the Chuck E. Cheese with this Toys R Us, okay, and a few cars in the parking lot, including the police car, right? Okay. Remember this point right here, okay? All right. So let's continue.
She goes to play games, and she kept calling me. So I'm like, yeah, why she
All
keep
right. This
calling
is
me?
me explaining
So-
to about my daughter about the same situation here. So I'm gonna start the video from the beginning.
Heading back home, went to the post office to drop off my thing for my disability, and heading back home. You hear the fire truck. You hear that? Here they come. What I say? Never fails. They did the same thing on Christmas Day too. As I went to the Korean market to get some vegetables and some spices. So they did the same shit, right? So they think that they're slick. So you see, your target as a TI will never end, never stop. They'll just come up with new ways. And the funny thing about it too is that I left the house, right? Looking at her watching as I approach it. Look. She is trying. She is extra. She is so extra. Look. That's when you walk back and be like, why you gotta be so extra? Right? Some of these motherfuckers gotta be real extra.
Now I want you to let me see if I can pause this.
That's when you walk back and be like, why you gotta be so extra? Right?
Okay.
Right? Some of
Now
these motherfuckers.
you see as she gets close, see she opens up her hands. All right. So let's go back. Okay. Now watch this guy right here. I didn't notice him before. So he looks at me. He looks at her.
That's when you walk back.
Then he raised his thumb. Did you guys see that? All right. Let me see if I can get that.
Why you got?
No. Let's go back right here. Looks at me. Looks at her.
That's when you walk back.
Right there.
Why you
Raise
gotta
his
be so
thumb. See, he
extra?
raised his thumb. Now let me. I'm gonna do it so you guys can see exactly what he did. As I walk past, he has his hands, and then he raised his thumb like that, and then put it back down. Right. And now you see her. Okay, she's looking at the fire truck.
Right?
Then he
Some of
passes
these.
by. Now watch
Motherfucker.
again. You see that she opens up her hands, see, the forefinger.
It's gotta be real extra. You hear the fire trucks come? You hear him as I'm walking by? See? So as I was saying, I left the house this morning, didn't even realize that I didn't have on my mask. I just walked out of my house. Wow, look at that. They're coming from far. They're coming from far. Look at that. Right? So, again, this is what they do. So I left the house this morning, actually not this morning, but a little while ago, without my mask. Didn't even realize I didn't have my mask on until I was in the Dollar Tree. And they made an announcement over the, I guess somebody was at the register, didn't have a mask, and they were like, they made it a and the thing is that they did it over the intercom, right? Now the cashier could have just simply told the person, hey, you know, if you don't have a mask on, you can't be on the line. I was like, oh shit, I don't even have my mask on, do I? Right? Because the good thing I didn't, you know, they don't see the police car right there.
Right, so see that? You see the police car turning.
Okay.
Okay.
Again, she is a never ending. So, yeah. And then they're slick. So anyway, it wasn't until they made that announcement with the intercom that I just kind of like woke up, you know, and realized that I didn't have my mask on. So, you know, and I'm very adamant about wearing masks, right? So I knew it was. So I know it was the technology at play, and that's being worked out, being at play here, right? The
Now,
silent sound spectrum.
let me
Right?
go back
And,
here a bit. And you
that's
see
being
as
worked out, being
as I
at
turn
play
here, all right, watch this. You see as I turn here, let's go back slightly. Let's see here. Let's go back.
And
Pause it.
that's being worked out, being.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it, right? So you see, there's this guy's just walking, and again I'm crossing the street. Now, when I cross over,
I play here,
watch what's
right?
gonna happen.
The silent sound spectrum, right? And you remember I talk about they all got to use some crazy people. Now,
So as soon as I walked across the street, she comes out of the train station and she stands up right there. Okay.
Whole lot here, and I'm gonna go over here because
She wasn't there before.
want to make an example. I mean, show an example of
And just to be sure, let's go back.
right. So I knew it was. So I know
Just in
it was the
case
technology at
She was
play,
there and I missed her.
and that's
Look at
being
the police.
worked out. Being.
Okay, so see, she's not there. She's not there, right? Look right there. She's not there. But
I play here,
and again,
right?
you hear the police siren. Let's go back again slightly.
And that's being worked out. Being I play, and I'm very adamant about wearing masks.
Wait. The police car drove past.
Right. So I knew it was. So I know it was the technology at play, and
Now you hear it. They're like whoop. Now remember, I talk about this during my early days of targeting. Also, how I was conditioned to that sound. It's just that whoop that used to play when they used to wake me up multiple times during the night, right? And it was always 32 minutes after the hour. Sometimes it would be every 2 hours. Sometimes it would be damn near every hour. I would get up and let's say 1:32, wake up, whoop, 2:32, whoop, the same thing over and over again. Okay.
that's being worked out. Being I play here, right? The silent sound spectrum, right? And you remember I talk about they all got to use some crazy people. Now it is cold out here, and I'm gonna go over here because I just want to make an example. I mean, show an example of how it is that they do these things. So it is cold. You see how people are dressed, got on their mask on and everything like that, right? But of course they gotta get some crazy ass person. She's basically crazy, but it's a mentally ill person, right? Now look at her. She out here. Look. It is cold. She don't even have a jacket on. And you see how people are dressed.
And
it is cold out
comes out of the train station as I cross the street.
here.
Synchronization. Remember I talk about synchronization, all right? And there's a video that I posted on Facebook called brain synchronization, right? In terms of how they synchronize people's brain to one another.
And that's how I see dress. I just kind of wanted to show
A brainwave
again
pattern
an
to
example
one
of how they do things. And they're mad because again, they're being exposed, right? They're being exposed in a way that they can no longer hide it.
Now look at this woman now. Okay? Look at her. Look at her.
Right?
It's like, how is she wearing her mask? Is it over her mouth? Or I don't know. It just looks weird.
Right? So look at her. This woman wearing her mask. I'll tell you, it's funny. But yeah, but they're being exposed in a way that they never thought they would have been exposed.
And I'm going to show you guys how I was being remotely neural monitored over the past couple days.
Right? And this is why they're mad. And this is why they do a lot of
No, I
retaliation.
shouldn't say how I was being surveilled. Let me just put it like that. But remote neural monitoring is part of it.
Okay? This is why. And then
Now you hear as I'm walking, you hear the fire truck, the sirens, right? It's that long Or you guys will hear it.
This is why. And then my daughter yesterday wanted to play this game on Roblox, one of her favorite game sites. She goes to play games, and she kept calling me. So I'm like, yeah, why she keep calling me? So we go into this game that she wanted to play, and as soon as I entered into this game, somebody typed racist in the chat. And I'm like, really? I know these motherfuckers are not trying to call me racist. I was like, I know that. I know they're not trying to call me racist. But, that's what racist people do. That's what racist white people do. Right? When they realize that you're a strong black person, that you love yourself and you love your people, that becomes a threat.
That's
what racist white people do.
Young
right?
kid
When they realize that you're a strong black person.
And again, let's see here. Let's start looking up at the sky.
That's what racist people do. That's what racist white people do.
This is what they
right?
doing.
When they realize that you're a strong black person.
Okay. His eyes goes up.
That you love yourself and you love your people.
Looking like a zombie.
That becomes a threat. Our love of self becomes a threat to white people. And I want black people to understand that. The fact that we love ourselves as black people, well, not we, but the few of us that truly love ourselves and love our people, who know our history, who know, truly what white supremacy has done, right? We become the enemy to the point where they have to destroy us, right? They have to destroy us. They have to turn our own people against us, okay? As Malcolm X says, right? They will have you loving the people that's trying to destroy you while hating the people that's trying to wake you up and help you out of your mental oppression and mental slavery. So Malcolm X says it, Malcolm X says it, and he's definitely, absolutely correct, right? In what he says. This is what the white supremacist does.
So what you'll see here, okay.
Don't really give a shit.
All right, hold on.
Right? This is an ongoing, forever moment. Don't fold your lips. Don't give a fuck. Don't care.
Now, you see how she touched her hat and pull her hat down like that? That's another key point. I want you guys to keep in the back of your mind.
All of that shit. Don't really give a shit. Don't care. Okay?
Okay.
And so, yeah.
Now, during the day, I was posting on Facebook a lot of positive images of black people, black men, black women, black children, black family, because Facebook has been so bombarded with stereotypical and negative images of black people that I was like, because they are trolls out there on social media who get paid to put these negative stereotypical images on social media about black people in order to keep that perception of black people as a whole, that this is how black people are, this is how we look, and this is how we behave. So I wanted to combat that, so I started posting a lot of images of black people, right? And also I was posting
like I said, so
a lot of images of heavily melanated black women, beautiful melanated black woman. Okay.
Then on top of that too.
And so you'll see they'll use this young lady that's coming towards me, and I'm gonna tell you why they use it.
Keep getting.
I understand their mentality.
These guys asking me for change. Okay.
Yeah.
Because again,
another point.
This is what the
so she's looking at her
white
phone,
supremacist does.
and when she saw me, she kept walking. She took her phone out, had it in her hands, and as she got close to me, she takes her phone back. So,
again,
so here she is, right? And now, see, she has no mask on either, right? She has no mask on either. Okay. Now, the reason why they got this very heavy melanated, beautiful young black woman to target me in the way manner in which they're targeting, because again, I've been posting a lot of pictures of heavily melanated black women. The one thing white supremacists have done, and white supremacy have done, is to make heavily melanated black people, men and women, to be unattractive to lighter complexion black people, but not to me. Okay, and they know this. So one of the things they try to do is, again, isolate me, threaten me to not speak to black women, right? And they, in their mind, they're thinking that, oh, okay, well, because maybe he's not going to date heavily melanated black women, which I have before, and and I will again, right? Because I love black people. Doesn't matter what complexion they are. I don't believe in the typical European idea of beauty. Okay, I see beauty within my own people, black people. I see beauty in those who have broad noses because they've been taught to hate themselves because of their broad noses. I find beauty in those would have full lips, because black people have been taught to hate themselves for having full lips, and whether they have broad noses and full lips together, it's all the better. Okay? Because at one point, that facial feature or that phenotype was the standard of beauty. Okay? So when they try to use black women or heavy melanated women because they think that that somehow they can use these women as to say, well, okay, well, he doesn't like the brown skinned black woman or the lighter skinned black woman, so he's gonna definitely find a dark skinned black woman because they want to associate that with negativity. But I don't, because I love black women. Doesn't matter what shade you are, as long as you love yourself, as long as you know that you're black and you believe in yourself. Okay? And this is what we as black people have to do. Alright? And our saving grace as a race of people will not come from people with complexion like me or lighter skin black people. It will be the heavily melanated black people. Okay? Just remember that. Alright? So, enough said. Let's move on.
Men, and they are loving it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's...
Yeah, so, okay, so, what happened there? Okay, here's, and they're going to use...
We've been taught their history, and so we don't even know who we are as a person, as a people. We have no idea and no clue. And,
to see how they start looking at the shoes or at the
don't
feet.
give it shit.
Yeah.
Don't care of what it is that they're doing. So he kept looking at his phone, putting his phone in his pocket.
That's the superintendent of the building who they use
Yeah,
once in a while.
we know.
I haven't seen him in a while.
I still expose you. I'm still exposing you. So it makes no damn difference.
Oh wait, I think no, it's another video. I'm getting a little confused there, but anyway, let's get to the next video. So as I came in to my bedroom, of course they had two guys standing on the side of my window on the side of the building. Okay, because again, they never stop. This is what they do.
So see, look at these motherfuckers again.
And they try to do this hand signal.
Y'all want a picture?
Okay.
Huh?
So I end up closing
and right by
my
bedroom
blind. And as I did that, he walks off. Right? Because again, there's nothing to see. So if the window was open, he would have stand there doing these hand signals. So I close it, and he walks off. Because again, this is what they do. They try to track you and of course they're gonna know I'm doing this video, and they're banking on this. And I know this. And this is why I'm doing the video, because I know that they are, right? Because I want to see what's it going to do. I've been doing this for years, and they just keep doing the same shit over and over, and I keep recording it, and putting it on YouTube to let them know, hey, I'm not afraid. I'm here. I'm here. You know where I live. You know where I just be. Either at my house or my Pam's house. Okay? So stop acting as if, you know, you're trying to see who I am and this and that. Listen, I'm hip to the psychological game. Okay? So you can cut out all that nonsense. I've never hit. You tried to make me paranoid. At one point you did. But when I really began to understand what was going on, when I started doing the research, when I started analyzing how I was being targeted, right? And the subliminal message, the confusing subliminal message they were trying to send me, believe this, believe that, and such, was all to try to make me confuse me, and to make me think more irrational than rational. Okay? So, yeah, I'm hip to the game. All right? And I'm exposing it the way it needs to be exposed in terms of my targeting, and the way it should be exposed in terms of my targeting. So this was earlier today. I left the house around minutes to 7, walking to the bus, and I was explaining how when I got up this morning, how my sister was in the living room, and you know, she got up and she did like the upside down peace sign. Okay, and I'm just like, all right, well, they're starting very early. And of course she was in the living room, because, you know, not in her bedroom sleeping, but in the living room, up now at 7 o'clock in the morning, just sitting there, right? Just sitting there, okay? Because she's been manipulated, right? So, and this is what they do.
Young black men asking me for money, right? So that's the homeless theme all over again.
What happened to me on Saturday, because when I left the house, I went to the post office first. I had to drop off my form to the post office, which was for my disability, and because I asked Pam to do it online, but of course she ignored me. You know, she's the one supposed to be filling it out, okay? And I fill it out based on you know, the information that I have, and then she signs it, and then I just mail it. But I asked her to do it online, which would have been far easier, and I've asked her this weeks ago. But this is nothing new, and not just with me, but with other TIs who have people as their representative, in terms of you know, when they receive that form, they need to fill out and send it in right away. Sometimes they just ignore it, to the point where the person now has to go to the disability office and get it taken care of. You know, I mean, it's not just me, right? It's not just me. So anyway, I don't think there's anything to see else here. Let's go to the next video. All right, so. Alright, this video, I'm leaving Pam's house. This was about minutes to 7. Alright? Yeah, a little after 6:30, because I told her she needs to be home at 6:30, because I got to leave at 6:30. So,
Yeah,
and
right, so
before I begin, I think, you know, I think I explained it as I was walking, so I just.
And of course, you know, you got the usual targeting, show up, you know, fire truck, ambulance, you know, it's nothing new. Alright, you guys seen this many times before. Okay, you guys have seen this many times before. Alright, it's all day today. I came over here this morning. You know, you hear the.
Now, what you're gonna see as I'm walking, you'll see synchronization again. And I
the fire trucks, and look at her. Look at her standing up there, coming out here. Look at her. Right now, you see, now they start moving when they see me, right? You see what I'm saying? Look. Now they start. Now let's see how come on.
Yeah, there was one of the firemen and the EMT worker, when they saw me, they were standing in the back of the fire truck. When they saw me, they moved to the side. Then the EMT worker went into the ambulance, and the fireman went into the fire truck.
And she's looking at.
Now, do you see this woman right here? As I was walking, she came out of the first house here, and she's just walking. She walked over here, looking at the fire trucks. She looked at me first, actually, looking at the fire truck afterwards. Okay, and you see, as she got off the side of the gate, you'll see her do the palm fixation drill. Let me
You see, now they start moving when they see me, right?
So she
You
goes,
see
she
what I'm
stands
saying?
up on the gate.
Now they
the
start.
white
Now
fence.
let's see how come out here.
Okay, now watch. Now you see as she starts walking off. Watch that palm fixation drill right there. Right there. Do you see that little flash of her palm? I gotta.
You see, now they start moving when they see me, right?
It.
You see what I'm saying? Look. Now they start. Now let's see how come out here.
Now watch. As I get closer.
And she's looking at me.
Right there. She walks across, right? Going in the direction of the fire truck. As she walks across, she waits till I get close so I can see. As she walks across, right? And then she did this. Now, what Pam has been doing when she's been coming home from work is that she stays in her uniform, and they use the color blue, right? She stays in her uniform. She'll stand up in front of me. She wouldn't go take off her clothes. Now, she works in a hospital, right, where there's a lot of COVID patient, right? You would think that when she gets in the house, she would immediately take off her clothes, right? Go take a bath, okay? But she does none of these things when they're using her to target me. She will come in the house. She will stand around. She will have the kids hug on her while she's in her hospital clothes, okay? And because she's wearing the blue color, she'll stand there. She's up in front of the kitchen with her hands behind her back with her palm facing towards me if I'm walking towards the bathroom. I see that she starts to do it. This morning when I came there, she started targeting me, and then I started targeting her back, and then she disappeared, right? She turned around quick, fast, and she left, right? So, again, tonight, she started doing the same thing. And I'm saying to myself, as a mother, you're a nurse, you work in a hospital, there's COVID-19 going on. When I come in the house, I take off my jacket, take off my shoes, take off my clothes, go wash my hands, come back, I'll spray my jacket with Lysol, sometimes spray my pants with Lysol, okay? Because I'm just coming from home and getting on the bus. I wash my face, what have you, and then I give my kids a hug. If I have my clothes on, I told the kids, no hugs. Even tonight when I was leaving, all right, or last night, because this is, it's 1:36 a.m. But, last night when I was leaving, I said no kiss, because there were people on the bus. When they come on the bus again, they take their mask off, which doesn't make any damn sense. You're wearing your mask outside on the street, then you come on the bus, you take your mask off? That don't make no sense. But anyway, back to the video. Right?
She does the palm fixation, slick. Trying to be slick. Same thing Pam was doing when she come in the house.
Now, she started touching her face.
Look at her.
Okay.
Right?
As she walked past me, she has her phone. No, that wasn't her phone. That was whatever that was. I thought it was her phone. But there she go. All right. Touching her mask. Now, she wasn't touching her mask before. So why is she touching it now? Right?
Same thing Pam was doing when she come in the house.
And see, she turns around to look at me. She put her hands over her mouth where her mask is as the fire truck drives away. As she's looking at me. Right there.
Okay.
And
you see they're leaving as soon as they see me.
Now here
Stand
comes
up
the
here
other
waiting.
one.
Now look at her.
Okay, here comes the other one now. Again,
Her ear.
hands over her mask, touching her mask.
Okay.
See that? Pinching her nose.
All right.
You know, what else can I show?
So
That-
Pam today targeting me.
You know, what else can I show, man? I mean, come on. You know? And they're
Again.
doing it deliberately. It's deliberate.
You know, like I said, they try
Like I said, there are times, and I said this before, showing you the videos, there are times where they will get this bold in doing it like they don't care. Right?
to be slick. Okay, I've been there for 2 weeks. They try to keep me there. You know, I mean, you know, it was the snowstorm, and you know, it was a Christmas week, so I was like, okay, let me just stay for the kids for the Christmas week and watch them. But today, apparently, they thought I was gonna stay. Okay. Because
Watch the perp. Watch the perp. She has like cross.
I was on the phone with her earlier.
Walks away.
See, look at them, look at them, look at them standing
Now
up
watch
there.
this.
Yeah. Look
He
at their
turns around.
perps.
So he turns around so I can see his backpack because he has a gray backpack. Again, you know, the use of colors. Right?
Because I was
listen
on the
to
phone
this.
with her earlier. Yeah, look at them, look at them, look at them standing up there. Yeah. Look at their perps. Look, y'all be like that, you perp.
he said it'd be like that.
Yeah, it's be like that. That's what you said. It's be like that.
Amateurs. Get some real professional, okay? Get some real professional. These are amateurs, and this is why I'm able to capture this footage, and because you know they're not disciplined enough when they're targeting, okay? Because they're amateurs. Okay, these are new recruits. You know, they always have a endless supply of new recruits. Okay.
You know. So anyway, as I was saying, she thought I was gonna stay. Trying to after the weekend, what she did, you know, Saturday. You know, I told her I had to go to the mall to see about my glasses, and you know, she had asked me 2 days before she could get her nails done on Saturday. I said, yeah, fine. I said, as long as you do it early, you know, as long as you do it early, because, you know, I'm going to go to the mall and see about getting my new glasses. So what happened Saturday? She woke up at, you know, 8 something in the morning, went back to sleep, woke up again at 10 o'clock, okay, watch a video for an entire hour, right? Then I got up around minutes to 11, and see, here comes the police now. See?
You guys starting to see the pattern?
Right? So, as I was saying, so yeah.
See the police car?
So I woke up around minutes to 11, and you know, I had my eyes open for about 10 minutes. I was in the bed with her. I slept on one side. You know, see, look at them, look at them. So I got.
See, they're making a U-turn.
Stand there. Look at them making a U-turn. Okay. And look at the hand finger.
And this guy, he's walking across the street. He gave me the middle finger. Then he grabs his hat, just as the woman did on Saturday. The video that I just previously played, right? Okay.
Give me.
Now, watch how he brings his hand down in that matter. Excuse me, but I just want to give an example. So lately, not just lately, but they've been doing this a lot. They've been having women, you know, go like this in front of me, right? You know, like back in the day, it used to be like, you know, you could tell if a man is gay if he starts walking like this, right? So they use women to do that. Now, I don't think it's reflected to me because I'm not gay. Maybe Pam, because again, they're always trying to send subliminal messages about, you know, who, you know, if they manipulated her mind to make her gay and shit like that. And this all harkens back to MK Ultra and where they were experimenting, and also Dr. Jose Delgado with his experiments with RF frequency and trying to turn heterosexual men gay and gay men straight. And there was one experiment that they did on a 12-year-old boy in which they used RF frequency to manipulate this boy's mind into believing that he's attracted to men. Okay, you guys can research that stuff. Do some work, right? And so Pam would do that also. When I walked in her house, and so it doesn't matter. But anyway, I want you to watch his hands, because then you'll see again. Also, it comes down, hands open, palm fixation drill, and you'll see he stick his middle finger
as the cop made the U-turn.
Watch.
So I woke up around minutes 11, and
that is too far.
Oh, I called the nail salon. That she's not calling to. I walking up here giving them the side. All right. See, look at them.
I'm gonna let it play
so I gotta
fast.
Stand there. Look at them making a U-turn.
Because
okay, look at the hand finger.
I want you to look at his hands. You see the middle finger, right, with his palm, right, and then he takes his middle finger and stick it out backwards, not forward, but backwards, right? So again, and what that the palm fixation drill has to do with sexual, for what I figured was, masturbation, because for one, they're like trying to say, okay, well, you're not gonna get any more, you're not gonna be intimate anymore, you're not gonna have sex anymore, and you're just gonna be, that's it, masturbation, that's it, which is fine by me. I don't give a shit. I mean, if they want to manipulate women to not talk to me, ain't nothing I can do about it. Shit.
Look at it.
I mean, just as women have sex toys, I have a sex toy too, which is that of, a woman's vagina, right? And I'm not afraid to say it, because again, what they try to do is try to make you feel guilty about having sex or being happy, any sort of pleasure or happiness you feel. They try to make you feel guilty of feeling that way or thinking that way, right?
Look at them. So I gotta stand there. Look at them making a U-turn.
Now,
okay,
I want to see if I can. I want to try to pause this guy right there. Okay, right there. And guess what he's looking at? He is looking at the police vehicle, right? As he's doing this. Now, also, you'll see the lights on the police vehicle.
I had my eye open for about 10 minutes. I was in the bed with her. I slept on one side. See, look at them. So I gotta stand there. Look at them.
Okay.
Look at them making a U-turn. Okay, now look at the hand finger. Give me the
see, it's yellow light,
finger.
right?
As the cop make the U-turn. Look at that.
And then the
guy
blue
walking
flashing.
up here giving the middle finger. The cop make the U-turn.
Love to use.
There's people that are funny as shit.
Right?
They are funny as shit. So anyway.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. Another thing that happened.
I'm gonna take a cab and I'm gonna take a cab back. So I said,
okay. I was explaining about Pep. So I need to let this play.
There's people that are funny as shit. They are funny as shit. So anyway, I noticed that she's not calling to. I thought she did anyway, but she didn't. So after I left out the bedroom, went to brush my teeth.
I was saying that I noticed that she didn't made a call to the nail salon to try and see if she can get an appointment that day, which is Saturday. But she waited until, remember, she was on her phone for an hour watching a video. Or was it phone or her tablet, her iPad, watching a video. She could have called at any time. So why wait until I get out of bed, go brush my teeth, turn the kettle on to make tea, came back into the room, and then she tells me, oh, I just called to make the appointment and they can see me at 2. Right? Now, what happened to you going there early and making an appointment early or calling them early? And what about me going to see about my glasses? But, this is who she is. And again, they'll play and manipulate, the type of person that she is, which is just thinks about herself, okay? The majority of the time, she's thinking about herself, right? Because every time I said I'm going to watch the kids, and she got someplace to go, and I said, okay, well, you need to, I'm not staying, so you need to come back at a decent time. She always find a reason to leave late, or her friends, end up being late. And then I'm like, well, listen, hey, your friends, you guys should have been out of here 2-3 hours ago, and I got to get home. So, you figure it out. I'm sorry, I'm leaving, and they want to get upset with me about it. Unbelievable.
I just turn on the water on the kettle, ask her if she wanted to come back to ask her if she wanted coffee. She was like, oh, I called the nail salon and they can see me at 2 o'clock. And I'm just like, wow. I'm just like, wow, man. After I told her to make the appointment early, and she got up early enough, but again, it's their reason and their strategy, because again, they're trying to cause a rift. And she goes along with it. She goes along with it. So I said to her, I said, okay, fine. She was like, because I was just gonna walk out of there. But she was like, well, I'm gonna take a cab and I'm gonna take a cab back. So I said, okay, fine. So she gets her nails done. She's finished. I called her, and she's on the phone with someone. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Or she's like, oh, I'm walking. I gotta go to the Chase to get money, whatever. I said, first of all, I gotta go to the mall. I told you this. Okay? I told you this. And what happened to you taking the cab back? So she didn't get back in the house until like 5:30. And at that time, I'm just like, what? It doesn't make any sense, because I have to go home, drop my stuff at home, and then, take the bus in the morning. So what time would I be reaching there and leaving there? And they did it for a reason, because they all do shit for a reason. Because again, they try to keep me there on Saturday, right? For whatever reason that they do. And this is, and again, this is what they do, right? And then she tried to act as if she's mad with me. I'm like, what the fuck? You mad with me? You mad with me for calling you when you didn't call me to let me know you was on your way home so I could get ready to leave? You mad with me for that, right? This shit is just so funny. And how these motherfuckers behave and shit. Look at her, playing with her hair and shit, looking up at the sky. Fuck your God. There is no God. Fuck you and fuck your God. There you go. All right? So anyway. Yeah, but this is the shit that they do. And you get to the point where you're tired of this shit, man. Really and truly. And like I said, if I can find a way that I can bring a lawsuit on these motherfuckers, I will, including.
Okay, all right. So, where's?
Okay.
There's another.
So right there is like, fuck the technology, clean up. You know what I'm saying? I do what I'm doing for me. All right.
There's another part where this guy was walking. Oh yes. So.
Okay. So anyway. So as I said, so she thought I was going to stay. So when I told her, I said, listen, I need you to be home by 6:30 because I'm going home. She said, oh, you going home? I'm like, yes, I am. And within a few minutes of me saying I'm going home, they started with the fire trucks, with the ambulance. That's why you see me come out, because I told her I'm leaving at 6:30, and she came around 6:30 something. Right now, look at her over there.
Yeah,
look at her over there.
This young girl.
I wonder if she have on an Old Navy T-shirt. Look at her. Look at her.
Yeah, she was standing.
Yeah, I see
she just
you.
came standing there peeking at me.
Yeah, it's subliminal.
Looking
yeah,
over.
Listen, I know I'm going to go through this all because I'm too much of a threat to them. Okay, I am too much of a threat. So anyway, so like I said, so when I told her that I was going home, man, let me tell you, they started. So then when she came home, she asked me, she was like, how was it over here? Was it noisy and stuff like that? So I said, yeah, it was noisy, Then she turned around and started doing the palm fixation drill on me. You know what I'm saying? So right there is like, fuck the technology. I know some technology being used on her, but that right there shows me she deliberately knows what she's doing. Deliberately. The fact that she asked me that, and then when I answer her like, yeah, it was, he turned around and start doing the palm fixation drill. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I know exactly what that she's doing. And like I said, I mean, for the sake of my kids, I try to, not be angry and stuff like that, because, it's just not going to be good. And the kids can't see us fighting, like how it used to me. I just can't be bothered, really and truly. I just, like I said, just realizing that, that her mind is so corrupted and so turned against me that there's nothing I can do, right? And so when I'm there, like I came there this morning, and her place is a mess because, she doesn't ask the kids to clean up, and she doesn't clean up after herself too. So it's a mess, and I refuse to clean it now. I'm like, no. I said, I've been gone for 2 days. 2 days, okay? She has, the dustpan that you pick up, the garbage with, she has the shit on the kitchen. It's all dirty because it has, dirt all over it. It's all dirty, and she got the bread there. She got, that she made banana bread that was there, all the shit there, and she put the dirty ass dustpan on the table, and she does that shit all the time, and I try to work with her, try to clean up and try to at least keep it a little clean. I'm not cleaning it all the way. I refuse to do that, but keep it a little clean. But she don't care. She'll drop something on the floor and just walk over it, and then she complain when the kids do the same thing. I said to her, listen, you do the same thing. When they see you do it, you're not picking it up. So of course they're not picking it up. You want to talk about you want to be a better person? Stop being a better person with your children. Don't try to be a better person for other people. Be it for yourself and for your children. Let everybody else come after. That's what I'm doing. And I say, fuck all these people.
Okay, let's get to that part I want to get to with the guy.
That's why you're walking on the other side. Okay? Yeah, that's why you're walking on the other side. So you look at this bus stop and he
there's a reason. Look at his watch. There's a reason why he's walking in the street, and he got this.
Yeah, funny as shit. These people.
It's light on. Okay.
So yeah. So this is, like I said, they don't stop, and I won't stop. I won't stop exposing.
Okay. All right. I guess I might have messed up, but I'm not going back. Anyway. So yeah. So there's another video that's again. I'm at the other bus stop now. Actually, I'm at the same bus because I was waiting for the bus for a long time. Before I forget that, I was waiting for this bus for a long time. It literally took me.
All right, you see what I said, right?
And a half to get home.
So I've been standing here now
I left
for
early.
Half an hour.
Okay, I was at that bus stop before 7 o'clock.
Meanwhile,
and I didn't get home.
A few buses already went in the opposite direction.
Okay, so that's.
Okay, but again, like I said, this is retaliation for exposing the shit that they doing.
Right? No,
and I'm not going to stop exposing it. So it's as simple as that.
2.5 hours.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so funny now. Look at it.
So they have
bring out the white guy
comes out. Because again, that's what they're
over there.
Doing. Now,
the one that came out the other night.
Synchronization.
Was it
this guy in the red and white jacket as he go across the street.
And he comes and
he's gonna grab his crotch.
Now look at the guy over there in the grab his crotch too as he's walking by. See this shit? The other was it one of them nights, and he comes and he grab his crotch. Now look at the guy over there in the grab his crotch too as he's walking by.
But anyway, he grabs his crotch. He's walking.
See this shit?
This is
yeah,
crazy.
This is what they do, y'all. Now you see they had the business. Come on,
that's the
truth, and that's why the majority.
All right, so I'm waiting,
and she's
waiting,
like, what?
Waiting for the bus. What was I?
These officers are scared and they gotta go home to their family. Excuse me, I don't usually say the word, but bitch.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna play this because this shit just made me mad, and I don't usually call women bitch. But this, I wasn't called. I didn't I responded to this woman, but I didn't say that. But it just kind of shows me how we as black people, that we don't look at the reality of things when it comes to how we're being treated. We want to pretend that everything is fine. We want to pretend that we're equal. We want to pretend that there's no discrimination, even though we see this shit happens around us all the time. But we still go on pretending. It's our brain that creates this false sense in order for some of us to, I guess, not go and not be mad all the time, or to survive this BS that we have to go through as black people. So anyway, I'm not even going to it was funny though, but yeah, anyway, so okay, yeah, so here I'm at the next bus stop, and guess who shows up?
Second police car.
Right.
So I tell you, when they started with their
Right.
targeting and shit,
Nearby
this is what they
PD
do.
again.
Start
Okay.
to see a heavy presence of police car all around me now.
All right, and so yeah, so it literally took me over 2 hours to get home
Worrying
from little after before
where they
7,
can. But
and I got home at 9:30.
thank goodness
You
for
know,
it.
And it
You guys,
what you usually should take me.
That's, and this is early too. This is not late night. This is early. And yes, I'm at the 17, but still early. It's early.
All right, so literally took me 2.5 hours to get home when it should have taken me half an hour, 40 minutes the most. Okay, but again, when you start exposing these things, they will retaliate against you, and they'll keep retaliating against you. It's like whistleblowers. When whistleblowers blow the whistle on government corruption and wrongdoing, they're being targeted. They're being, their lives are being destroyed the same way. So, I mean, you guys see for yourself. That's all I can say. All right. So this video has been going on, and I hear they're making noise because again I'm doing a video, and so they try to they have to cause some form of interruption, just like Saturday night, literally the entire night, my nephew's son, he's like yawning really, really loud throughout the house, right? And I'm just like, okay, here we go again, and Pam started doing that shit too over the phone, so like I said, these things are not new to me. I experience it, and the more I experience it, is the more I realize that this is all part of their targeted method, okay, and it's part of their playbook, and I'm exposing every trick in their playbook that they use against me, and I'm going to expose it. So please keep running your plays. Keep running your plays. I'm gonna record it and I'm gonna expose it, and that's the way it's gonna be. So anyway, and this video is a little long, it's over an hour, but I thank you guys if you do watch the entirety of it. Thank you, and share my videos. Let people know exactly what's going on, and I hope the way I explain the things that I explain in my videos is helpful to you as a TI, and also I hope it helps to bring awareness to what we as TIs are going through. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next video.